In fact, this is most important. Okay, so okay, so let's continue from where we were. So as I was saying that everything in this market is just a matter of supply and demand. Once you understand that, your job will be very easy because now you'll just be waiting for the market to come to your demand zone, you place buy positions. If it is an uptrend, come to a supply zone, you place sell
Okay.
position. If it is a downtrend, if you cannot figure out where the market is exactly, you are free to stay away from it. It's not nobody is pushing you to trade. You can keep away, and then when the market will clearly be showing your direction, now you can jump into it now. Understand?
All right.
Yeah, so let me just clear these drawings. I want now us to do a real-time market analysis, and then we see what can happen. So on the monthly, you can check. We can start even on the monthly. You can hear me, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you realize that this, for example, is V10 index, and on the monthly time frame, you can see for a very long time we had this bearish trend, and
Exactly.
then there is this reversal pattern, something like a head and shoulder. That sorry, you see, something like this. Sorry, can you see this is head over here?
Okay.
We have right left shoulder, we have right shoulder, and it seems now right the market wants now to counter this direction.
Okay.
Understand? So this is just a speculation that I'm doing because in any case, this was the most recent high, lower high. The market can come here, and the market might approach this zone and continue down. But the most important thing, because we're on the
Yes.
monthly time frame, the most important thing is that we are going up. And when you go to lower time frames like the daily and H4, there is a couple of days that we can be riding in this buy position until we reach this zone, even this most recent
Yeah.
high, for example. So remember, there's
Okay.
nothing much we are getting from the monthly except probably from the direction and where we are in terms of this market. So, for example, in our case over here, this market we are not in a supply zone, we are not in a demand zone, but we have agreed that the market has formed as such a reversal pattern, and we are going up for a while.
Okay.
Yes, so that is the information we are getting from the monthly, and now you can even clear this every other thing, and then you leave that monthly supply zone, and then we will keep on narrowing it down as we go to the lower time frames, and as we look for a demand zone that can push us up to maybe somewhere around there.
Okay.
So on the weekly time frame, you can see now this was that monthly supply zone. This is how it's looking on our weekly case. Understand?
Yeah, bro. Can I ask on that one?
Mhm.
When we when we highlight our supply or demand zone, do we touch the whole candlestick, like the whole opposing candle, body from candlestick open to close, or we include both the wicks?
You can highlight the entire candlestick. There is no problem.
So as for our situation now, we're supposed to highlight the whole candlestick
Remember,
at monthly.
remember, in our case over here,
Yes.
this supply zone, we are not using it to create a point of interest. We are just saying that our buy price is likely to start fizzling out over here, or rather to stop over here. In a,
All right.
an
All right.
uptrend.
Yeah.
So our this one we don't even focus so much. Just highlight this zone just randomly, and we say that
Okay.
yes, it is a little bit dangerous to place buy positions over here, but this move is all now what we are focusing on in terms of creating point of interest.
All right.
Can you see that?
Yes.
So if you switch to the line graph, even if you switch to the line graph, you will see clearly that the market has been forming lower highs and lower lows. This was a high, this was a low.
Yes.
Understand? We had a higher low over here, a higher low over here, higher low over here, and I think this is the most recent one in terms of the line graph on our weekly chart.
Okay.
Remember what I've told you. In an uptrend, you're waiting for the market to come back to your most recent higher low to place your buy positions. But remember now, we are not going to place
Yes.
buy positions, or rather, we are not going to create point of interest on a weekly time frame. I'm just trying to show you how you are supposed to create point of interest from higher time frames, the way you should be looking on the market as you are coming from the higher time frame.
All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this was a low, higher low in that manner.
Okay.
We don't even focus on highs so much because remember we are focusing on lows to place buy position. But in any case, the highs also appear. The high highs also appear on an uptrend or a bullish trend.
Yes.
Okay, so once you have known that, you go again to the daily time frame, and now you keep on refining your work. You can even switch to the line graph again so that you can be able to see where the market has been breaking structure. That is the importance of line graph. It's not noisy. For candles,
Yeah.
you will not be able to identify where the structure has been broken. But for a line graph, you can see now. Maybe I just make these lines of mine a little bit small. Okay, so we have this low over here. Let me remove these ones. Then we do it again on the daily. We have this low over here. Sorry, higher low over here. 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 And it seems this is the most recent higher low in terms of the daily market. Can you see that?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even in terms of the highs, we think on the daily we can see them clearly. This is a high. We also have a high over here.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, I have a question. I have a question like there.
Yes.
Um, okay. Yeah, yeah, just go on like on the higher high that we are at now,
Mhm.
the daily. Oh, right. That way, exactly. There. Did you see that like, we've like broken that little structure downwards? Did you see that?
Oh, you're talking about this little structure,
Yes, those structures. Yeah,
this small
that's
one
my
over here.
question. How do I consider? Yes.
So
Can I say that that one it was a lower low?
no, this one is not a lower low. And now you can see if you place the
Okay.
buy position over here, by now your stop loss should have been hit long time ago because you can see what happened. The market approached now the low that had sufficient liquidity to push it up.
Okay.
Yes, so that's why I told you should preferably look for lows that have impulsive move, like regarding to where the market is. You have a very impulsive move from that low because normally those are the time those are the
Okay.
kind of lows that those are the kind of higher lows that will hold.
Or I look for the lows that have an impulsive move.
Yes, and preferably has broken structure.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see the way
On
the
that
market
sense,
you can see the way the market has been moving, and this is the most recent higher low. Now, this higher low broke structure over here. Can you see that? Structure was broken.
yes.
Now,
Yes.
where did this move originated from? This move that broke structure over here, where did it originated from? That is the question now.
From that lower low that you have marked.
That one here, right?
Yes.
So what do you do now? Just wait for the market now to come to this lower, higher low. And then from there is where now you can start thinking about entering the market.
Yeah, okay.
I hope you can see there is nothing complicated so much in this thing, as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah. There's nothing complicated. I was only confused when it comes to identifying the proper lows and highs. That was
Yes,
my one of my biggest questions on
yes,
this Babat TF.
yes. In that case, just look for a low, for example, in an uptrend, a higher low that has release that has generated a very impulsive move. Preferably, it has broken structure.
Okay.
Yes. Now, before even you continue, we are waiting for here now. But one thing that I also want to incorporate, or I want you to understand as well, is as we are starting this sell move from here on the higher time frames,
Yes.
are we in a supply zone? When you are creating your point of view, that is a question you should also asking yourself. Are we in a supply zone on the higher time frame? You make sure you are not in a supply zone, so that when the market mitigate back, you know what I mean by saying mitigate.
Yeah, I mean something like when we reach our point of interest.
Yes, that movement into the point of view is called mitigation. When the market mitigate back, it means this demand zone will hold, because there is no supply up here that is likely to generate a very strong to counter it. So that's important.
Okay.
That's why it's important to wait, not to wait, but rather to check where you are in terms of the higher time frame. It's very, very important.
All right.
So if we switch back to the candlestick, sorry, um, if you switch the back to the candlestick, you can see this is that low of ours, right? And then now you can even go to the H4,
Yes.
and you see if you can spot a nice order block from there. And you can see from H4, that low of ours has this order block. So I hope you are seeing how
Yeah.
I'm doing. I'm not rushing anything. I'm just taking everything at a time.
Okay.
So on the H4, this most recent lower high has an order block, a very nice one. And now, what
Very smart.
very smart one. In fact, this is a setup I think that I also send on trade alerts, because it's a very nice setup on my eyes. What do you do now? You can even clear everything, and you leave the most important part, which is this one. This is the most important part now. And now,
Okay.
if the market is to reach this zone, this is a low that has proven to have a lot of release because it has broken structure. You can even see the nature of the candles that were coming from that low. You can see the way they were bullish with large volume. Can you see this
Yeah,
candle?
bro. Yeah, like I have a question there. Yeah,
Mhm.
there is this area
Pardon?
with a bullish engulfing and a small like uh yellow. Do you see this area? There's
Yes,
an
I've
order
seen
block
it.
with a
Yes,
bullish
I'm
engulfing.
coming.
Are you seeing this
Yes,
area?
I'm coming into there. I'm coming there. So
Oh,
now,
okay.
this now is what now we discuss when it comes to liquidity. Because
Oh,
these derivative people, they know you guys are going to place buy positions over here. Not that they don't know.
what do you say?
I'm saying that these derivative people, they know that you guys are going to place buy positions in this law that you are asking from. Not that they don't know.
All right.
And sometimes even the market
Okay.
creates this scenario intentionally, so that people who have not done top-down analysis to be swept out. Because trust me, so many newbies want to place buy positions from here. I'm not saying that the market cannot mitigate there and continue up. It can do that, of course, because remember the general trend is an uptrend. So whatever is happening in this
Yes.
market is in favor of buy positions, but that is not that cannot sustain you in this market, because you need to be no, the problem
Okay.
with trading is one thing. Yeah, sometimes you can do something wrong and still make profits.
Yeah, sure.
Now the problem with that is that next time you will also do that wrong thing in anticipation that, okay, if I did last time and I made money, I can also try this time. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
you need to have an organized system. I mean, if you're not seeing a point of interest, that is okay. And that's why I've said you don't need to force it in one market. That is why we have all other these different markets. So that if you cannot see on V10, probably it's on V25. If it's not there, it's on V50. Like that. Up to those ones with S.
Yeah.
By the time you're going all through all those markets, at least you will have find 1.1 or 2 which are very nice in your eyes. And that is what is important to you,
Yes.
because you don't even want to trade every day. You're not competing with them, you're not competing with the market. This money will always be here, nobody is taking it. You don't
Exactly.
want to even trade it every day. You just want to take trades that are very nice, maybe twice or thrice a week. And that is what professional traders do. They don't focus every day to look for these small
Yeah.
moves, M1 or M5 moves, trying to catch. You have gone for a loss. You now want to place the counter trade to get back your money. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand it.
But in any case, everything is a stage. I mean, everyone starts from there, so I cannot judge anyone. Or it's only that as you continue maturing in this
Yeah.
game is when you'll start seeing this thing now in this fashion. So this law,
Yeah.
you can even something funny about this is that even when this law has been broken, some people will sell from here because they say now this demand zone has been broken, now it has turned into a supply zone. Yes, it does happen. But if you are selling from here, then you must be very smart to know that you are approaching a point of interest, and it must be a quick scalp. But that scalp should also
Yeah.
come after you have done a top-down analysis. You understand?
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
whatever you have just done right now is what we call a top-down analysis. We are starting from the higher time frame, narrowing down as into the lower time frames to create a valid point of interest. You see, if I place if I have a setup like this, even if I go loss, I'll not feel any pain because I've followed all my system, I've obeyed everything. It's only that the market decided to give me a loss. The market just decided to be the market, but I've
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
everything right that I'm supposed to be doing.